Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we will learn about the topic verb and its types. A verb is a word that describes an action, an event or a state of being. Let's understand with some of the examples. Here are some examples. He told me an interesting story. Here told is a past form of the verb tell. She is a doctor. Here is a verb. This boy seems tired. Here seems is a verb. A verb can be one word or more than one word. It comes after the subject. So the word that comes after a subject is a verb and it can be of one word or more than one word. Let's understand this. He writes a letter. Here writes is a verb because it comes after the subject. He is writing a letter. Here is writing is a verb. He has been writing a letter for an hour. Here has been writing is a verb. He will have been writing a letter for an hour. Here, will have been writing is the verb. So, we have understood that a verb can be one word or more than one word and it always comes after the subject. Here, he is the subject. Okay, let's discuss about the kinds of verbs. Verbs can be categorized into two categories: finite verbs and non-finite verbs. Under finite verbs, we have principal verb, linking verb, and auxiliary verb. And non-finite verbs, we have infinitive, gerund, and participle. Auxiliary verb can be further divided into primary auxiliary verb and modal auxiliary verb. Categories of finite verbs means finite verbs can be categorized as regular and irregular verbs, transitive and intransitive verbs, casuistic verbs, facilitative verbs, statics and dynamic verbs. Let's talk about finite verbs first. A finite verb is a verb that changes its form according to the tense, present tense and past tense of the sentence. The number and person of the subject. It is the main verb of the sentence or a clause. So, the verbs that changes its form according to the tenses, it is a finite verb. And what are the non-finite verbs? Non-finite verbs are the verbs that is not affected by person or number of the subject and the tenses of the sentence is called a non-finite verb. And non-finite verbs acts as a noun, adjective and adverb. Here are some examples. I like reading books. He likes reading books. I liked reading books. So these are the examples of finite verbs. Why? Because here the verb like changes. See, I like reading books. He like, when subject changes, the verb also changes. It becomes likes. I liked reading books. It shows that it is in the past form. So when the tense changes, the verb also changes. It means they are the finite verbs. This chair is broken. This chair was broken. This is in the present tense and this is in the past tense, but the verb remains same. So this shows that it is a non-finite verb. Broken is a non-finite verb. Next is principal or lexical or main verb. We can say it principal verb, lexical verb or main verb. This is one and the same thing. A principal verb is the verb that provides information and is used to express action. It functions as the main verb of the sentence or a clause. He gave me a book. These are the examples. He told me a story. The child weeps. These are the examples of principal verb. Okay. So, a principal verb is the verb that provides information and is used to express action. It functions as the main verb of the sentence or the clause. For example, he gave me a book. Here, gave is a verb. He told me a story. Here told is a verb and the child wept. Here weeps is a verb. Next is linking or copular verb. A linking verb connects the subject of the sentence to a word. Linking verb is a word or verbs that connects a subject to the sentence to a word. Subjective complement or a phrase and gives information about the subject. Subject plus linking verb plus subjective complement. This is the sentence structure. Some linking verbs are like be, is, are, am, was, were, become, look, seem, grow, taste, appear, feel, get, etc. They are student. Here are is a verb. He looks happy. Here looks is a verb. They seem tired. Here seem is a verb. Now auxiliary verb, or we can say helping verb. Auxiliary verbs are the verbs that are used to help the main verb to express its meaning in accordance with the tense or mood. So auxiliary verb helps or help, that is why it is called helping verb. Primary auxiliary verb or modal auxiliary verb. Now what is primary auxiliary verb? These are be form of a verb: is, are, am, was, were. Do, does, did. Have, has, have, and had. They are playing. I have a dog. I have finished my work. I do my work. Here are, have, do. These are primary auxiliary verbs in the sentences. Modal auxiliary verbs. A modal verb is verb that is used with the main verb to indicate mood of tense. Mood or tense. So, a modal verb is the verb that is used with the main verb. मेन वर्ब के साथ यूज होती है टू इंडिकेट द मूड एंड और टेंस. एग्जाम्पल कैन, कुड, मे, माइट, विल, वुड, शैल, शुड, must, ought to, need, used to. Here are some examples. You can jump. Here can is used. It may rain. Here may is a verb. Non-finite verb. What are non-finite verbs? Infinitive, gerund and participle. As we have read earlier. Infinitive is a verb forms that act as a noun, an adjective or an adverb in a sentence. It is formed with to plus base form of the verb. So to make infinitive, we need to plus the base form of the verb. For example, to play, to eat, to plus eat, to eat, to plus write, to write, to plus buy, to buy. Let's understand with the examples. I like to swim. To walk is useful. These are the examples of infinitives. And what is a gerund? Gerund is the ing form of the verb. A gerund, it is the word that is formed with a verb by adding ing, and it acts as a noun. For example, if we add ing in play, it becomes playing. Ing in swim, it becomes swimming. Ing in dance, it becomes dancing. Ing in learn, it will become learning. So the ing form of the any verb is the gerund. I like swimming. Walking is a good exercise. These are the examples. Walking is useful. To walk is useful. Okay. I like swimming. I like to swim. So these are the examples of gerund and infinitive. Let's talk about participle. A participle is a word that is formed from a verb and act as a verb, an adjective and an adverb. There are three types of participles. Present participle, base form of the verb plus ing. For example, hear plus ing hearing, jump plus ing jumping, See plus ing seeing, walk plus ing walking. They are playing. I saw a burning hut. Past participle is third form of the verb. For example, broken. This is the third form of the verb. Lost, wounded, etc. These are the third forms of the verbs. There is a broken chair. I have finished my work. Okay. Perfect participle. Having plus V3 form. He took his food. He went to school. Having taken food, he went to school. So this is the example of perfect participle. That's all for today. आई होप आप लोगों यू हैव आई होप आप लोगों को मेरी ये वीडियोस अच्छी लगी होंगी. अगर आपको मेरी वीडियो अच्छी लगी है तो प्लीज़ लाइक शेयर एंड कमेंट. थैंक यू.